She's a press lady for Ron DeSantis, and here is what she had to tweet. So this person actually works for the governor, gets to be part of the official team. She says, the DeSantis administration has more black agency heads than ever in Florida history because Governor Ron DeSantis always chooses the most qualified candidates without regard to identity politics. And the most qualified candidates for many roles happen to be black men and women. Why is it that white women just consistently, constantly, at every single turn must marginalize the white man? Why? Why are they so desperate to say, we have black friends, we have black friends?
This is just too easy. This is Rebel HQ. I'm Sandee Lovas. I do have notes, but go on.
The Republican Party is largely run by these kinds of women, and the political system in general is largely run by these kinds of women. And they pride themselves on being type A, and they pride themselves on being like, we're going to get the job done. But they just are not bright enough. They're not intellectual enough to do the job, and they are fundamentally race traitors. They are fundamentally race traitors, okay?
Why don't we turn this around?
She's a press lady for Ron DeSantis, and here is what she had to tweet. So this person actually works for the governor, gets to be part of the official team. She says, the DeSantis administration has more black agency heads than ever in Florida history because Governor Ron DeSantis always chooses the most qualified candidates without regard to identity politics. And the most qualified candidates for many roles happen to be black men and women.
Patrick Howley is a journalist gentleman for white nationals, and here's what he had to tweet. So this person actually goes on shows like Newsmax and OANN, works for the official racists. He says, the truth movement is always right, and yet we always get treated like scumbags by the establishment press and the political class for revealing the truth. This is an existential conflict to protect objective truth.
Why is it that white women just consistently, constantly, at every single turn must marginalize the white man? Why? Why are they so desperate to say, we have black friends, we have black friends?
Why is it that white men are just consistently, constantly, at every single turn must whine about being marginalized? Why? Why are they so desperate to say, we have no black friends, we don't want black friends?
The Republican Party is largely run by these kinds of women, and the political system in general is largely run by these kinds of women. And they pride themselves on being type A, and they pride themselves on being like, we're going to get the job done.
The Republican Party is largely run by these kinds of men, and the political system is generally run by these kinds of men. And they pride themselves as being alphas, and they pride themselves like, we're going to get the job done.
But they just are not bright enough. They're not intellectual enough to do the job. And they are fundamentally race traitors. They are fundamentally race traitors, okay?
But they're just not bright enough. They're not intellectual enough to do the job. And they are fundamentally racist. They are fundamentally misogynistic, transphobic, homophobic, Islamophobic, anti-black, anti-immigrant, anti-choice, authoritarian, reality-challenged racists, okay? For more of my stuff, look for me on social medias left of the box. Don't forget to hit buttons and leave comments. Thanks for watching. And until next time, get informed, get involved.